We have, and again, I apologize. We have Eli Ducey, Jonathan Yang, Rafael McCoy, Taylor Martinez, Austin Aguilar, Andres Prieto, Hiroshi Yang, Andrew Yang, Engad Baines, Cairo Machuca.
Saturday night means it's time for soccer in the League for Clubs. One club in boiling hot form faces another in an up-and-down season. It's Oakland SC against YUBA FC, live from Oakland Technical High School on the National Soccer Network. Well, Oakland FC, or Oakland SC rather, come in with 6 straight wins. They've been on an electric run of form. They are, in fact, 5th in the league-wide power rankings that were released just this week.
We have our director of coaching
and in those 6 straight wins, they've scored at least 5 goals, all but once. And the only time they did not eclipse 5 goals was in the 2-1 win against Rush Silicon Valley. It was their last match here at Oakland Technical High School. The players and the referees are coming out, and it is a beautiful evening here in Oakland. 61 degrees, as you can see there. A little bit windy. That wind will die down as the match goes on. It's rather cool for this time of the year in this part of the country, but I'm sure the players will warm up as they get moving out there. See some long sleeve shirts, some sweatshirts from those who will not be moving about as much as others. But it's a beautiful atmosphere in Oakland, California, and we're looking forward to a wonderful match here between Oakland SC and YUBA FC. Now, YUBA come in, they've lost just 1 of their last 5. Their most recent result was the 7-2 win at home against Afghan Premier FC. Last time before that was a 6-2 defeat away to San Ramon FC. So both of their defeats this season have come on the road. And now they have another road match here to contend with, having made the 2-hour trip south on California Route 113 and Interstate 80. The teams have lined up here. Here's the anthem. By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. The national anthem complete, and kickoff is fast approaching. Well, thank you for joining us on the National Soccer Network. My name is Reed Kamai, and I'll be bringing this match to you in the League for Clubs.
Like a switch. Yeah.
Oakland SC against YUBA FC, right here from Oakland Technical High School in Oakland, California, where it is a really pleasant evening. It's cool for the Bay Area at this time of year, but I don't think folks out there will mind too much. Much better than it being too hot, especially if you're out there running along this pitch. Oakland currently sit second in the table in the NorCal Conference of the League for Clubs. 19 points out of a possible 24. And there is one team who is on a 100% record, and that's FC Davis. They're the only side who've managed to beat Oakland SC so far this season. As for YUBA FC, they sit 6th on 10 points, having played just 6 matches, so they've got a little more of their season still to complete. They could pull level on points with San Ramon FC in 5th if they're able to get the win today. But they might find it difficult to come away with the 3 points against an Oakland team that seems to be scoring at will. Plenty of goals in their recent matches, 7 in each of their last 2. A pair of 7-1 wins on the road, most recently against Bay Valley Suns. And then, or before that I should say, away to Iron Rose FC. And a big part of that goal scoring is coming from their lucky number 7, Alexandre Bernier, who has 15 goals in total on the season, leads the NorCal Conference in that category, and he has scored in his side's last 7 matches. In fact, last time out, he only scored 1 goal, and that's, I'm sure, how he'll feel considering his
Go, Mamu!
run of form when it comes to goal scoring. We're almost ready to go here. The 2 sides all set up. And away we go. Oakland SC and YUBA FC in this League for Clubs match right here on the National Soccer Network. It would appear as though Oakland are the side who just kicked off, attacking from right to left in their predominantly black kits. They've got the early possession here, looking to attack early on. Good opportunity here. That cross sent in from Derrickson Akrofi. It's gone all the way towards that far touch line, but ultimately comes to nothing for Oakland. Six straight wins in the NorCal Conference of the League for Clubs for Oakland SC. They've been in the early goings here, really the more eager side to get to the ball. But just now YUBA with potentially an opportunity here to maybe come up with something. It's a beautiful view here of the hills off in the distance from this venue, as a chance here potentially, but the flag is up for offside as YUBA failed to come away with anything. Bit of contact there, and the free kick goes the way of Oakland. Quick passing here on the far side. One of the players has gone down. Nothing wrong with it, says the referee, and that allows YUBA to counter. They don't count. They don't conquer, though. As I got my words mixed up there momentarily. Here's Derrickson Akrofi again. I just think I'd actually have gotten the sides mixed up here. Looks like the side in the darker kits is, in fact, YUBA FC. So they're the ones who, for the most part, have had the brighter start. I can tell because of the numbers that they are wearing. That attempt there comes really to nothing from Julio Cervantes of Oakland FC, or SC rather. I just noted that one of the players in the darker shirt had number 96, and YUBA have plenty of players with numbers in the 90s. That's why it is them who appear to be the ones in the darker kits, and that means it is now Oakland who have a free kick here in a halfway decent position. And they look to maybe come up with something creative from here. Early goings of this match in the league for clubs, and it's still goalless, but certainly plenty of intent from both sides. A fake here, and it's sent in, and not a bad effort. They went straight for goal. And a fine save made. Just wonder if the goalkeeper maybe saw that to be coming at all, but ultimately gets down and makes the stop there. And that's Jared Oseguera, who has been doing the goalkeeping for YUBA FC. They're in that black shirt. Good movement there between Eli Bussey and Andrew Yang. They do suddenly have to clean up. That presents it back to Oakland. And that ball there, and I think the flag might just have gone up for offside. So a couple of offsides given early in this one here. Well, YUBA FC haven't really threatened a whole lot in this game outside of one very early presence deep in the Oakland third of the pitch. We'll look to change that here. Well, that's a beautiful ball looking for Eli Bussey. Bussey's still got it. Eventually runs straight into an opponent. Just looking for another outlet, perhaps. That was Oswaldo Rojas, who is involved there in somewhat of a defensive midfielder role. And he gives away a free kick. And now it's YUBA FC who have a set piece here in perhaps a marginally better position than what we saw for Oakland a little bit earlier. A pair of YUBA players standing over it, except I think one of them might just have backed away. That's not a bad effort. How about that? Perfectly taken free kick. And that goes straight into the top corner. And it looks like that, in fact, is Oakland SC, according to the graphic there, who has opened the scoring, and it's 1-0. What a hit that was. And you see that typically a little bit closer to the penalty area, but bold of him to go for it early. And from that kind of distance, how about it? Well, it is Oakland 1, YUBA 0. It does appear as though I was right the first time on the jerseys. So now this is YUBA FC. And now they have to respond. That one's into the hands of Colin Nestor, Oakland SC's goalkeeper. Comes all the way from Saint-Étienne in France. He's set to feature at Dominican University in California. Well, YUBA FC in a hurry to equalize. Chance here potentially, as it's laid off to Aguilar. That ball is deflected away. Could just fall back to him. Still pressing YUBA. That was good coverage there. Brian Canchola for Oakland FC, or SC rather, is the one to cover there. And the graphic is now updated to reflect what the Oakland SC players are wearing. Oakland 1, YUBA 0 in the early goings here from Oakland Technical High School. Oh, this is beautiful here. A Crofy. Crofy's still going. This is really well done. All centered in, and the player went down. Oh, but that doesn't matter, as Oakland have their second, and their free scoring form continues here in the middle of May. Oakland 2, YUBA 0, with a goal of, you could argue, better quality than the first one, if for maybe a little bit closer. Take another look. Crofy did really well, you'd have to say, to keep possession of the ball. And not at all distracted by the sliding challenge there, which you have to think could have been given as a penalty had the goal not been scored. But he makes no mistake, and it's 2-0. Now that might just have unsettled YUBA a little bit. They seem to be playing in a little bit of a rush to try to come up with some sort of response. Now, YUBA coming into this match had only conceded one goal within the opening quarter of an hour of matches. Now they've already given up two, but could potentially respond here. It's beautiful there from Luis Martinez, as his cross is comfortably cleared away. Torres Hernandez. As YUBA have to backtrack. And YUBA have been decent, I must say, in terms of keeping possession of the ball, especially since conceding the second goal. They've had much of the say in this one so far since then, at least. But it's Oakland Oakland, who have converted on their opportunities. And that's why they lead 2-0 at the moment. Here's Martinez again. Bundled over, and referee says play on. To be fair, the Oakland player did come away with the ball, if with a little bit of contact. That driving cross gathered then by Oseguera. YUBA FC just trying to build out from the back here. Are able to just absorb some of that Oakland SC pressure. Now they go for the long ball here. A chance here, that effort blocked. YUBA go for the long-range effort themselves. But it's back with the home side. And if for a little bit less pace on that ball, teammate could have been set free. They haven't given Oakland SC too many opportunities since making it 2-0. Almost a quarter of an hour gone here as the whistle goes. I think the referee might just have a chat with one or two players. Waiting to see what the decision is. I think to drop the ball here. What if that just came off the referee? Didn't appear so from my vantage point. This could be good here. Torres Hernandez. It's inside a throw in a good position. Now they might just have an opportunity here to sort of think of some way to break down this Oakland team. Now with Torres Hernandez again. Still going, but the flag is up for offside. Decent save from Colin Nestor anyway. But it was in one of those earlier passes before the cross, judging by how the offside signal was made. That is where the offense took place. So an opportunity almost there for the away side to pull one back. But they failed to take advantage. They won't see it as being all that easy to break down this Oakland team, as they now have to defend a free kick. This is where Oakland scored their first goal from, but they're not going to do it from that first instance, as the referee orders the free kick to be taken from the spot where the offense happened. So, and it looks like I was right the second time. That the side that are 2-0 up is YUBA FC. Well, they scored from this position last time, and they forced the save from Colin Nestor. So this, the side that you see on the ball right now, is Oakland SC. So now it's YUBA who will take this throw here. As they're the side leading 2-0. Mentioned earlier, it's been a breezy evening here in Oakland. That wind is expected to die down, at least according to the forecasts I read before this match. But on a pitch like this, you can expect that that will have an effect, and it could potentially have something to do with how some of the goals were scored earlier. You can see right there, 61 degrees. Partly cloudy. You can certainly see that sun really getting through there as free kick is given. And some calls for a card to be given. That's not what happens though, as an Oakland player is on the turf. I think that was Julio Cervantes who fell on the turf there. But he is now back to his feet. Now this is Oakland with this free kick in a good position. Now the referee having to have a conversation with one or two other players over jostling near the penalty area. Now the boundary line for the penalty area that is parallel to the goal line is at the 13-yard line of this American football field. I think there might have been an equipment issue with one of the Oakland players, as it looks like the graphic has now been corrected with the colors. The free kick is taken, and Rojas, but foul given the other way almost immediately after. It is now YUBA FC with the possession. The score graphic at the top left of your picture now reflecting the colors each team's wearing. Appreciate the folks behind the scenes getting that all set up. Just about a third of an hour, a little more than that actually, gone. And it's YUBA FC who lead 2-0 against an Oakland SC that had been performing so strongly coming into this match, and on the back of 6 straight wins. But now it's YUBA who seem to be turning the tide. They could move into 5th place in the NorCal Conference table with a win, depending on what happens around the grounds. And the whistle here as the free kick is given in favor of Oakland SC. I think it's given for an infraction a bit further back than what I had expected. Free kick comes in. We've seen goals from this kind of setting, but not here. That one bouncing just a bit too far for the teammate on the near side. YUBA still leading here, 2-0. Both of YUBA FC's defeats this season have come on their travels. They will buck the trend today if this result holds. Here's Brandon Garay, Mahmoud Musa, who is joint 4th in the league, or in the conference at least, with 8 goals on the season. Scored 2 of them last time out against Bay Valley Suns in the side's 7-1 win. You can possibly tell by the players' shadows that the sun is rapidly setting. Oh, but this is a good chance here. And Oakland FC pull one back. And it's Alexandre Bernier, as you would expect, who has scored that goal. He's brought his side back into this one. It's 2-1. Split the defense and didn't properly handle that long ball in.
Oh, ya le puse eso cuando
It was
le va
all
a poner,
too
como
simple
si
for him to convert.
Si mete el rojo, le pucha y uno.
Now we've got ourselves a match
Ya
again.
si es nosotros, le pucha home, uno y sí. Y ya se pone.
Bernier only scored once in his side's last match. He got a hat trick away to Iron Roads FC in the fixture prior. But right now, YUBA looking for an immediate response. They don't get it. And whoops, 2 balls ended up in the pitch, and one of them, in being kicked away, ended up right in Oakland's own net. But they sort that out, and we can get going again. Javon Cunningham, looking for his opponent deep down. He's done well there to really insert himself into the match. Hadn't seen too much of him prior. Well, I just think there's a renewed sense of confidence about this Oakland side since scoring just now. And we had seen it after, or directly after YUBA's second goal, and they could have a chance here. That's fired well over in the end. That time just a bit too ambitious. And shooting from distance. Almost stolen there from Mahmoud Musa. He's hungry to get involved in the action as well. Approaching the 28th minute of action here, and it's Oakland 1, YUBA 2. And almost an opportunity there for YUBA to thread that one through. Musa back to his teammate further back. And a chance here. Oh, that's not a bad effort. And punched away by Oseguera. Really well done. Here's another look. Take a look. Got himself into plenty of space. almost challenged there, but had a free shooting lane. Can't allow that. And that cross in, that was Brandon Garay who sent it in, but his teammates were quite on the same page. They do win a corner though, Oakland. That's one that's just pumped up the crowd here as they look to will their side towards an equalizer. Awesome to see this crowd come alive. Haven't heard it at all in this match before now. But here comes the corner. Plenty of bodies in the area. They find the header. There was a bit of a collision with the goalkeeper. I mean, count himself lucky, his defense was able to do the job. And here's Cervantes towards the far side. Had Bernier, a potential passing path in there, but nothing doing in the end for the home side. Well, YUBA FC's next match after this is at home to Iron Rose FC. But almost worked themselves into a bit of trouble. And instead are now able to counter. They just give away possession in the process. Almost allowed Oakland to counter, as these two sides really are playing end-to-end now, it seems. That was Luis Martinez who has it here. I think YUBA just need to play a little bit cleaner. They try to attack, and that's not going to work. Instead, it's a free kick for the home side. That was Javon Cunningham who got involved there. He's played a little bit of a combination of holding midfielder and wing back, reverting to the latter more recently in this phase of play. Right now the ball just stuck in midfield until it's played to Eli Bussey. He has that one taken away. It's gotten rather physical between the two sides in the midfield, but now Bussey has acres of space to work from. Cuts in, and that one is ricocheted away. Martinez deflects out, and then off the forehead of his teammate. And said teammate was offside. So Oakland survived, but YUBA looking like they have a little bit more of a plan for how to attack effectively. As we creep past the half-hour mark. This is better now from Oakland. Still going, as I think that was Bernier who was taken down. And it's a free kick in a good position. Seen set pieces work out really well in this match. At least that was for YUBA, but now a chance for Oakland to come up with something similar. It might not have been how they scored their only goal in this match, but certainly the side in the teal and black can pose a threat as they do now. It's 2-2. Brilliant stuff from the set piece. And he finds the bottom corner. No chance for Jared Oseguera to keep that one out. Some better play in the last 15 or so minutes, and that's seen Oakland get right back into this match.
¿Qué nombre? ¿Qué va a decir? Julio. ¿Julio? ¿Sí?
2-2 the score between Oakland and YUBA. We're seeing plenty of goals in this match like we would have expected coming into it. This league has been averaging 5.24 goals a game. That's a large number. Normally we see around 2 or 3 in much of the game at higher levels. In fact, for context, in the German Bundesliga, whose regular season actually just wrapped up earlier today, the average goals per game in that competition, 3.13. So over 2 goals a match more in the league for clubs than what you see in other elite competitions around the world. So there's no shortage of entertainment and competitiveness and talent in this wonderful competition. But Oakland continue here. Justin Wolf. Oh, beautiful ball in. Space for a cross. Cleared away, but YUBA not covering the ground that they need to. It's giving Oakland too much of an opportunity as Oseguera forced into a bit of an awkward grab. And his side will certainly feel on the back foot. Not just for having conceded the 2 goals, but in terms of the ways in which Oakland have been able to attack in that time. It is 2-2 between the sides as we're in the 36th minute here in Oakland, California. Beautiful evening. A beautiful evening for soccer, although I do feel for YUBA as they're having to attack into the sun. And Oakland will not have, or at least they will probably not have the same issue, depending on when exactly the sun sets. We'll certainly be needing the floodlights before full time. That was Andrew Yang trying to spur up something for his side. Looking there for Brandon Garay. That was Andrew Yang who almost caught it out there, but just allowed it to travel too far. Bossy now. Way. Played on then, but I think he's in an offside position, and that is indeed the case. Tell that from a halfway line vantage point. Oakland and YUBA level at 2 goals apiece. As we're getting into the latter part of the first half. This beautiful evening. I'll say I haven't really heard the Oakland crowd all that much. Since they scored the second goal, we certainly heard them in full force when it was 2-1. Garay, that was back over to Oscar Cervantes. That was almost a beautiful reverse header, and has that fallen to Bernier. Whistle goes. What is the decision? It was awfully close to the penalty area. It was practically right in the D there. Just awaiting confirmation from the referee as players crowd around him. I think he's given the free kick. Judging by where the ball seems to be placed here, but that was awfully close to catching the line of the penalty area. And if the foul occurs anywhere on or over the boundary of the penalty area, then that is considered in the area and therefore a penalty. But it instead is just a free kick, and Oscar Cervantes is among the players standing over it. And YUBA have allocated 6 players to their wall, 5 standing and 1 lying down. Now it's Oswaldo Rojas who might be the one to take this free kick. It is taken, it is straight at the wall. The follow-up also into the wall. Before, looks like the decision there is offside. Free kick, and the first yellow card of the match comes out. Referee deeming that to happen during that promising attack.
Unreal.
So we've seen plenty of fouls in this match so far, but that one, the first, leading to a caution. And a chance here right from about halfway. A chance here as Bussey does well to escape the challenge. Back to Yang. Oh, given away there. And in such a way that allows Oakland to counter. This is good from them. Could find Bernier, but instead goes straight for it. And unable to keep it down. Decent stuff from Oakland, just a little bit too greedy in the end. And the handball decision given. Now the near side to Rojas. Halftime quickly approaching here, as it is 2-2 between Oakland and YUBA. Garay. Garay still going. Looking for one of his teammates in the middle, doesn't find him. Oakland able to recycle. Now to Oscar Cervantes. And now we're hearing the crowd again. That's a little more like it. There was that after they scored the equalizer. And YUBA tried for a moment to counter. Instead, it's a free kick for Oakland. Confirmation, by the way, Derrickson Akrofi, the player cautioned a few minutes ago. turn. And taken down as it's another free kick for Oakland. In another good position, but not quite as good as from a few minutes ago. That was the free kick that could nearly have been a penalty if it had happened in a slightly different position. Any of 3 Oakland players might take this one. And 4 in the wall for YUBA. It doesn't appear as though they have the vanishing spray available, which is too bad. Taken again into the wall as Bernier looks for another. It's taken and gathered by Oseguera. Looked like he was going to possibly spill it. But he does really well to get down on the turf and make the grab. Player on the ground here as referee's just gone over. This might just be a conversation with the 4th official. That player is still on the ground and has remained that way for some time, which is potentially a bit of a concern here. YUBA FC scored the match's first 2 goals, both coming in the opening 10 minutes. But Oakland have since pegged them back, and it is 2-2. As we go into time added on here. No announcement yet of exactly how much, but YUBA taking the opportunity to talk tactics as they look to regain some control in this match. They haven't really had any good opportunities since their 2 goals. Whereas it's been Oakland who have had some decent set-piece opportunities and have been able to test the away side.
So we'll just wait 38
Oakland
seconds after the whistle.
SC having this, or after this match. They will travel to North Coast FC Seoul before a pair of home matches against Napa Valley and the Fuego under-23s. As for YUBA, after this they'll host Iron Rose FC and then the Fuego under-23s. And then they travel to Napa Valley and host Albion SC Silicon Valley. Player was on the ground for some time. He is ultimately up to his feet. I think that's Luis Martinez, who is able to walk off on his own power, but only very carefully so. And it served as an opportunity for the Oakland players to take in some fluids. Rather cool evening in Oakland, considering what that part of the country tends to get in terms of weather at this time of year. Certainly a lot hotter than this in other parts of the country, even away from the south. Still awaiting how this one will be restarted here. Still some discussions being had. I was going to mention with YUBA FC's remaining fixtures, they did also have a match against North Coast FC Seoul, and that was scheduled back on the 29th of March, but it was postponed, and There's no word yet on when exactly that will take place. So 5 more matches still to play for YUBA FC after this one.
Is this the live stream?
Yeah.
They have the score wrong on there. I don't know who manages that. I assume that's not you.
Still discussions happening, and I think they're just looking at a portion of the turf, and that's right around where Martinez was
guessing, I suppose.
on the ground.
That's cool that they do this.
Yeah.
And a substitution being made here as Derrickson Akrofi comes off.
So nosotros le dan un link a él y él ya se mete y lo pone y automáticamente se pone
So the first
en el de este de la liga.
change made here.
Pero está diciendo que porque ahí no le pongo yo lo que van.
And now the YUBA players come back to the pitch,
Digo que antes
as will be
en la otra liga
at least soon set to resume action
le puchamos al nombre y le puchamos
at
un
the tail end of
y
the
aquí
first
se-
half.
ya se ponía ahí porque tenía el nombre de los dos equipos aquí arriba, aquí en la esquina y el tiempo. Pero ahora no. Ahora es diferente.
As it is 2-2 between Oakland SC and YUBA FC.
You guys good? Yeah.
And we are finally able to resume play. Clear, though, how long there will be left to play before the halftime whistle, but we will see. As you can tell, the sun is setting further, and it's lesser so appearing on the pitch, which is probably much to the relief of the YUBA players, and certainly will be to the Oakland players when they attack away to our left going into the second half. Now back with YUBA. Can Oakland score on the stroke of halftime? Shot takes a deflection. That one in from Musa. I think the decision is that, in fact, there was no deflection. Certainly looked to me like a corner was beckoning for Oakland. With YUBA, referee plays advantage from a foul. That one cleared away. As Oakland will continue to pursue another goal, but there's not enough time as the referee does signal the end of the first half. Well, the first half has been a tale of two halves of its own, as two early goals by YUBA FC, both of them scored wonderfully well, of really high quality, but they are canceled out by a pair from Oakland SC, the latter coming from a brilliantly taken free kick just past the half-hour mark. And that's where we're at, as there currently is nothing to choose between the two sides. It is Oakland SC 2, YUBA FC 2.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Sacker down by the end line. Puts us across. Loser eye! And just like that, 1-1. Now Elders may look to take a shot. He does, and he buries it. Steps up, and just like that, Reed Dennis comes up big. Lugerai, one-on-one. Lugerai, oh, he'll be taken down inside the box.
Knocked back in, Nationals got it. Bicycle kick for a goal!
Now Sacker. Sacker into the 18. Sacker shot. That goes off the goalkeeper's glove into the net. 2-1 here in the 32nd. This one played in. That's a good ball. That one goes in. And just like that, the Nationals now have a 1-0 lead. Walensky puts his far post. One-touch opportunity. And what a great goal that was.
Joaquin Beatty of Ohio League.
Look at that shot from Sevy Roy. My goodness, Sevy Roy with a left-footed banger.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Welcome back to Oakland Technical High School for the second half of this League for Clubs match between Oakland SC and YUBA FC. It is 2-2 in what's been an entertaining contest so far. YUBA FC with the 2 early goals within the opening 10 minutes before the home side pegged them back. The latter of the 2 goals coming from a brilliantly taken free kick. Of course, that's also how YUBA got one of theirs. So, hard to say what we'll see in the second half, but that's why we watch the game, and I expect that we'll get something quite entertaining in these second 45 minutes. Sun still setting here in the West Coast. Actually would have expected that it would be a little bit further set, but not quite. So it is Oakland who will more or less have to attack towards the sun, as they are in the teal kits, attacking from right to left. Early on, flagged for offside. And Alexandre Bernier among the goal scorers in the first half for Oakland, and he adds to his already impressive tally on the season. He's now up to 16, and he's now scored in 8 straight matches. 3 more, and he'll equal Jamie Vardy's record, obviously from a different competition, of course.
The time, the...
Ya le puse.
Yeah,
así nomás se deja. Se deja.
And now it's YUBA FC who look to attack here, something they didn't really do too much of after going 2-0 up in the first half. They have a throw-in in a good position. See what they're able to make of it as it comes in now, and it's caught straight away by Colin Nestor. So early attacking intent from both sides in the opening 90 seconds of the second half. Not really made anything of it yet. Early offside decision against Oakland SC. And the virtual pitch and catch, you'd have to say, just now from YUBA. That one all the way into the arms of Jared Oseguera. 2 goalkeepers who have been kept busy in this match so far. Oh, and it's given away, and an early chance. And Mahmoud Musa, the player, unable to convert. Oseguera did well to close down the angle, force him to go for the outside. And he wasn't going to find the target from there. Almost the goal to put Oakland ahead, having been behind 2-0, but not converted. Now it's back with YUBA. And a free kick given away, as there have already been some fouls in this second half. Match got a little physical at times in the first half. As Oakland find themselves under a bit of pressure. They, at least momentarily, were able to escape. Now could be something here for YUBA, but nothing in the end. headed away there, as seemed like a little bit of an unsettled start from both sides, you'd have to say, to the second half. Just giving their opponents some opportunities to take advantage of errors. Gamal Compaure is who's got this throw here for Oakland. Asked to move back a bit from where he was originally going to take the throw, and a little stumble there from Julio Cervantes. Wonder how much that has to do with the surface out there. Certainly looks like it could be rather slippery, as it's played on now to Musa. Musa looks to play in Bernier. Just a little too far away from him.
He knocked it out. That's a corner.
And one or two appeals for a corner rather than the goal kick that's given. There's still 2-2 here, and the point for each side would keep YUBA in 6th, except take them away from being level on points with Albion SC Silicon Valley. That, of course, does not regard what is happening in the other matches. And Oakland SC would move up to 20 points, 4 behind FC Davis, who are yet to drop a point this season. And if they continue on that form, it will possibly push Oakland further behind top spot. YUBA looking to just be played in there, but Oakland do well in the end to clear it. Oakland keep it in right in the midfield. This is the inaugural season of the League for Clubs. And a chance here potentially for Oakland. Deflected away, but gathered by Oseguera. Multiple conferences throughout the country, and there will ultimately be a national final that's set to happen in August. The word is that there will be a system of promotion and relegation, as there are enough clubs to do so, and they do expect that will be the case in the NorCal Conference. Haven't specified how many teams would be relegated, but with the setup they've got now and some interest in other clubs in joining the league and joining this particular conference, might have that system set up. Of course, it would potentially be a little bit awkward in the sense that the League for Clubs is considered a 4th-tier competition in the U.S. soccer system. But then with theoretically a 5th tier below that one, if you have 2 different tiers within the League for Clubs, you would almost call it 4th tier versus 4.5 tier, which of course doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But that's what the League for Clubs is planning on. But they were certainly founded on doing things a little bit differently than some of the amateur competitions that exist already in the U.S. soccer system. More revenue sharing, and wanting to ensure that the clubs benefit from the success of the league, something that clubs will want to invest in. As another yellow card comes out, second Oakland player to be cautioned in this match. And that might just have been Alexandre Bernier, the goal scorer for his side, who has gone into the book. Derek Sinacrofi was the other player who was cautioned, but he has since been substituted. And speaking of changes, it appears there is another one about to be made. And judging by his attire, it appears to be the goalkeeper. The change is made. And I do believe that is the other goalkeeper in YUBA's matchday squad, Edgar Juanche, who has come in. So, one substitution made by each side. And we've seen in other matches in the league for clubs, teams making more than the 3 or 5 substitutions you see allowed in elite competition. Once the player comes off, they can't come back in, but Bernier is in, and he puts his side in front. Alexandre Bernier played in perfectly, and he makes absolutely no mistake. No challenge there. And just like that, it's Oakland 3, YUBA 2. Correction there, I think substitution of the goalkeeper would have actually been made by Oakland. So disregard what I mentioned earlier. Nestor, who had gone off. They might already be put on notice. But right now it is Oakland 3, YUBA 2. YUBA steal it back in a potentially promising position, and that shot crept only just wide to the right of the post. And the new goalkeeper already being forced into some amount of action. If only watching that go wide and then taking this goal kick. Compaure, and back to the keeper. Well, I mentioned earlier that teams would not have any limits in terms of number of players they could bring on. There's the limits of how many substitutes they gave, of course. They threatened again, and Musa forces a save from Oseguera. That was a wonderful effort, and he had to be alert and get up to keep that one out. And it's another corner for Oakland. And it is being taken on the far side rather than the near side. Another set piece. Oakland have had plenty of these in this match. Beautiful sunset that we're seeing off in the distance. Oakland score a goal as beautifully as that. They do win another corner. It's taken quickly and taken short to Cervantes. And then back to Musa. Another wicked deflection with Jonathan Yang coming to his side's rescue. The corner here, Oakland in a hurry to take it, or at least to get it set up. It comes in, plenty of pace in the corner. Bernier. Only given away. Space to counter as he's pulled down, and no question that's a yellow card. Potentially some words between them, it seemed. I think it was Javon Cunningham who was given the caution. So that's 3 against Oakland SC in this match. Might just have to watch themselves for the final half hour or so. Free kick moved back just slightly. As the sun is rapidly setting here, and now we're needing more of the floodlights. Oakland struggled to clear their lines, and that effort is almost spilled by the substitute goalkeeper, but he does ultimately gather it. It was a wonderful effort, much like the goals we saw from YUBA earlier in this match. Both teams know a thing or two about comebacks on both sides. YUBA FC had a draw earlier this season, 2-2 against CF San Rafael. They went 2-0 down and scored a pair of goals of their own in the final quarter of an hour of the match. They then scored the first 2 goals away to San Ramon FC before being responded to with 6 from that match's home side. And for Oakland SC, they gave up the first goal against Rush Silicon Valley for a pair of goals from Bernier. Gave his side the win. One of those came from the penalty spot. And a substitution here for Oakland. One player go off there. Ahmed Musa. I think he's switching sides of the pitch as Ernesto Blanquiel is now on.
Smart.
So it's Mahmoud Musa who is now right side of things. Oh, and that's a good throw as YUBA caught off guard.
That was a beautiful play.
Really well done there as it was thrown into a player who, outside of a throw-in, would have been called offside. I just don't think that YUBA tracked him down until it could have been too late.
Oh, too much.
Played in there and just too much pace on that one. That one's kicked away and might be a yellow card coming out for that as well, and it is. That one might have just been for Brandon Garay. That was a needless yellow card to pick up. He's the 4th different Oakland player to be cautioned. No such occurrences yet for YUBA. YUBA unable to create anything as we've crossed the hour mark, and now they are behind 3-2. They led early in this match by 2-0. Another chance here as Miguel Villaseñor tried to play in his teammate there, and I think that was Andrew Yang who might have picked that one up, but still with YUBA. The chance to cross that one in. And Villaseñor did well to initially get a foot to that one. It had gone well behind him, it seemed. Here's Jonathan Yang. not ultimately kept in play. Well, now Oakland with the 3-2 lead. Assuming this result holds, will keep pace with FC Davis at the top of the table. Assuming Davis can continue their wonderful run. They have a 100% record so far in the league. And FC Davis is the only side that's managed to beat Oakland in the season so far. The other occasion in which Oakland dropped points came in the 0-0 draw with Albion SC Silicon Valley. Played in, and a chance potentially for the equalizer. Cleared away, and done really well there to get a foot in and clear the danger, at least for now, as the subsequent throw comes in. But it is headed away for YUBA's first corner of the second half. Plenty of players in the dark red kits. A little bit deeper there. It's instead played short. And he can't find the corner taker on the follow-up. Push their opponents back as the kick is given away and appeals for a yellow card, and certainly a bit of a rationale for it with the way play was getting situated. So initially a good ball there, ultimately given away as the sunset gets more and more beautiful. I must say, I do like sunsets like this. Bernier. Temperature has dropped to 60 degrees. It was only a degree warmer at kickoff. And it's gone just about in line with what the forecast predicted. Free kick now for YUBA. New reading now says 57 degrees, as you can see on the bottom left corner. And the winds have calmed down as well. That was also something the teams were having to keep in mind at kickoff. Done real well there. This is Hiroshi Yang. Hiroshi Yang looking for the cross. I don't think his teammate Villasenor was expecting it to be a cross. I thought he could have maybe taken the shot there, but instead was just looking for his teammate. And Hiroshi Yang plays at Sacramento State during the fall, as another substitution is made here. Looks like actually a pair of changes being made by the home side. Change, and just wonder if another player was going to come on. No, I think he was just standing right at the halfway line over near the touch line. So just one substitution made there. Well, this is really good skill there from Gamal Compaure. Gained some ground right over near the near touch line. Blanquiel. Foul there by Cervantes. A lot of common last names on these two teams. 2 players with the last name of Cervantes on Oakland, 3 with the last name of Yang on YUBA. Foul there, and the free kick is given. And in not the worst position, you'd have to say, for YUBA.
Who's got a yellow too?
And I think the yellow card might have come out as well. It does look like it. So here's a free kick for YUBA in a good position. They will look at this as a really good opportunity to try to come up with an equalizer. Potentially some space right down the middle that they could aim for. And they do so, and it could settle for one of their players, and follow-up shot is eventually grabbed down, but Oakland having to remain on their toes to preserve their 3-2 lead. '71st minute now as Oakland lead 3-2. As they look to preserve their chase at the top of the table. And could be in for more now as it's played in, but Bernier is adjudged to be offside. It was a close decision. Ball to be played rather level with the byline, but offside still given, and YUBA can counter. Oakland forced all the way back as they now try to attack again. Blanquier. Bundled into the back there of Bernier. Referee waved to play on, but Oakland just gave it away too late. We're starting to see some better opportunities, or at least setups, from YUBA to possibly come up with an equalizer. As another substitution is made as Julio Cervantes is withdrawn. Win it back. Might just have a chance to counter here. Taken down there, and still Oakland to attack. Throw in a decent position. Campaure extended the cross. Done well here for Bernier. And the turning shot, unable to produce anything. Closer to scoring a field goal than a soccer goal. Short pass, looking there for Brian Gomez. Taken down there, and free kick is given in favor of Oakland. I think they're content to just slow things down, and a bit of an exchange there between a couple players over whether where the free kick should be taken. As Hiroshi Yang is trying to push it back to closer to where the foul took place. That ball is gathered there, but the offside flag had gone up. Big, and the card had come out as well. What has gone on here?
Yeah.
Apologies if you saw one or two frame skips there, but just attempting to figure out what all has happened. I think this is free kick. A really tasty position for Oakland. Looks like the yellow card came out as well. It would be the first such case of it for YUBA in this match. There are a number of Oakland players who look like they really want to take this free kick, and you could hardly blame them. The opportunities they've had in this match and tended to go straight into the wall. And YUBA have set aside 6 of their players to set up a wall, as Mahmoud Musa looks to be the player set to take this, or could be. He takes it himself and forces a brilliant save from Oseguera. And YUBA clear their line. They're still very much on the back foot.
Buena parada esa, ¿no? Sí.
Well, another case that very nearly could have been a penalty for Oakland. That foul happening so close to the penalty area. Really just a couple of inches away, if even that. Oakland looking for another attack here. And instead, this becomes an opportunity for YUBA to counter. And they look intent on coming up with something. A couple of players in the area say they can retrieve it. And eventually gathered by the goalkeeper. A little over 12 minutes plus stoppage time left in this match. It's 3-2 with Oakland SC leading. They are on their way to a 7th straight win if they can hold on to this result. And YUBA at times have certainly looked like they're capable of coming up with an equalizer. What they've done really in the opposing penalty area has let them down. Chance here, but the foul is committed, and this is a free kick for Oakland in a good position. As a player is down on the turf, the yellow card comes out. Looks like a rather nasty challenge. That player is lying currently off the soccer pitch, at least. Not even totally in the American football end zone. That player is still on the ground. As soon as play does resume, then Oakland will have Another wonderful opportunity. They'll have a free kick in a rather different position from where other such restarts have taken place in this match. They've had a couple of them that have only narrowly not been penalty kicks because of where those fouls have taken place. This one is actually much closer to a corner than anything else. Well, that Oakland player is still on the ground. I think he's getting checked out. They proceed with this free kick, which looks more like a corner and almost converted, but still have some work to do. They do eventually get it out.
Let's go!
Backing there, and the challenge is made as but still continue their attack, and referee goes back to that challenge, and they just given the free kick, it looks like. I think he may have been trying to play the advantage for YUBA, but did not materialize enough, and another yellow card comes out.
No way. What? Give him a yellow? No way.
So now it's YUBA who will have possession here. I think this substitution will take place, and I think this player is coming on for the one who got injured earlier. And that means that Oakland are now back to 11 players. As darkness has descended in Oakland, and the field is fully alight thanks to the flood. And here comes the free kick, looking for header there, doesn't find it as
Let's
the
go!
player slipped, but referee saw a foul in there, and the yellow card comes out. And quite a few of them in this match so far, and certainly in the second half. A number of players who are really having to watch themselves in the final 8 minutes plus time added on. Oakland unable to create anything all that meaningful from that specific free kick. Now Oakland, or rather YUBA, might have a chance to do the same thing. Apologies again if you saw any more frame skips because of the connection here, but haven't missed anything important in the last few moments. And just set free here before play is brought back for the foul, and I think there's yet another caution coming out. See what the decision is as the referee attempts to perhaps just explain the situation, calm down some of the Oakland players. Another yellow card is out. Some of the supporters claiming it should have been more than that, but ultimately only the yellow card is given. And considering the position that they're at, I think that's the right decision. So here's free kick now, Brandon Garay. Was just looking for one of his teammates, and that's gone beyond everything. cleared long as YUBA search for a leveler. Now with Compaure. And back as Oakland look to reset. It's not the best clearance.
What a ball!
The home side keep it alive, and that's a wonderful ball here as they could be set for another one. Played in beautifully, and he really should have scored that one. Would have settled the tie right here and now for Oakland. And he knows it.
Come on, Mamu!
Great opportunity there.
Oh, man.
Mahmoud Musa knows he should have put this one away. Played forward, and Bernier knew that he was in an offside position. And that one's almost dispossessed here from Oseguera. Not quite able to control it.
Come on, Prince! Yes! Let's go!
Played on there, and here's another possibility for Oakland to counter. Against the high press of YUBA.
Ahí lleva dos.
Really dispossessed beautifully. As YUBA somehow stay alive here. And can still try to play for the equalizer. That inlet pass more towards the referee than any of the YUBA teammates. Good throw here. As this one could possibly set Oakland free. And that pass into the middle gathered by Oseguera. Looking for Bernier. Would have been another lovely goal for him. He's already got 2 today. Oakland defender trying to do it all himself. He's given it away to Villaseñor. Taken back away. Foul here.
La pierna. La pierna.
Left another Oakland player on the turf. Struggling there with, I think, just his right leg. We've seen other injuries in this match. Saw one happen in practically the other corner of the pitch. The player is up, and I think that's Brian Gomez, who had gone down with the injury, or at least the apparent injury. Just adjusting his boot, and appears to be good to go. That one, I think, did come off the referee. Back with Oakland, but just looking for the long ball there. Well, YUBA will know that they have to hurry if they're to draw level in this match. Scored 2 brilliant goals in the first 10 minutes, but it has been all Oakland since then, at least in terms of the goal scoring. There's been plenty of ways in which YUBA have played decently since then. No more goals, not from them at least.
What a ball! What a ball!
Oh, that's beautiful there, as it could be played in, but Not here, although there's a throw in a good position. Wonder whether Oakland will try to really create something from this, or if they might just try to run out some of the time. They tried to create a goal-scoring chance. They've gone all the way back here. Certainly gives them plenty of space to set something up. And another good ball here. The flag had just stayed down as well. That's allowed Oakland this throw in a good position. As we pass 90 minutes here. Oakland just having to run out the clock here. No announcement of stoppage time, but I imagine there will be plenty. Had a number of injuries in this match, taking up healthy amounts of time. Now Oakland will just take their time with these restarts. To YUBA then. They keep that in play. I think what's happened is they given the free kick, or never mind, a player is down. Well, this second half here is ending actually much like the first half did, with a lengthy injury stoppage. I think some more assistance is being called on here to tend to the injured player. Well, 2 early goals for YUBA FC really set them on the right track until Oakland came back and took the lead. 2 goals right around midway through the first half, and then one in the second half.
Come on.
Now it looks like the dropped ball is being given to YUBA. That allows them to attack straight away, as the Oakland SC faithful comes into full voice, arguably more ardently so than in the first half, as they hope their side will hold on for the 3 points. It's certainly causing plenty of vibration, as you can tell from the camera shot. Feel the energy here in Oakland. Whistle goes. Is this for a free kick, it looks like? It looks like this is a free kick for Oakland. Just some discussions over where it should be taken. But Oakland keen to see this one out for the 3 points. Shoe there needing to be tied. I wonder how much of that is to maybe waste some time. But the referee may well be keen to not count it towards what he believes still needs to be played. Away there, and with Oakland there until it's given away, but plenty of space for another player to get on it. That was Rojas, but pass there is offside. called offside a number of times in this game, going back really to the opening moments of it. Crowd continues their chants and instrument playing. Might just be another chance here. YUBA having to backtrack, really rush back, and they concede a corner. Whistle goes as Oakland win their 7th straight match. And they had to do it the hard way as a pair of early YUBA FC goals put the away side in a really good position to start the match. Then 3 goals from Oakland FC, including 2 by Alexandre Bernier, have given them the 3 points. And they continue to keep pace at the top of the table with FC Davis. And YUBA FC, meanwhile, dropped their 3rd match. All of those have come on their travels, as playing away from home has continued to present some challenges for them. Well, it's been an entertaining match here.
And do we just put the
Oakland
stop
SC
right?
and YUBA FC. It finishes 3-2.
I haven't stopped it.
The red button here.